Hello and welcome to We Know Crypto, where the big names from the crypto sphere tell you what you need to know. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Joining us today is one of the big names from Bitcoin over in the US. It's Tone Vays.
Hey guys.
In Canada. Let's say hello to our very own John Doe.
What is up?
Welcome to the show. Tone, I hear you run several events, and I think you have some sort of award system for scams in those events. Am I right?
Yeah, at the Unconfiscatable conference, we do host an annual Scammy Awards.
The nominees for Scammer of the Year are...
You're not going to want to miss this.
Where we give out awards to the biggest scams in the crypto space. We had a few surprises this year. And, Vitalik Buterin winning the Lifetime Scammer Achievement Award was a bit of a surprise. I didn't really want to put Vitalik Buterin in the running for the Lifetime Scammer Achievement Award for two reasons. One, he's only created one scam, and he hasn't had that long of a life. So I really try to reserve this for a really long lifetime of scamming across many projects. Also, ironically, in the best new scam category, out of the four choices, Luna came in last with the least amount of votes, and yet that's the one that imploded. So in hindsight, that was another bit of a surprise. Shiba Inu won that one.
Yeah, well, there was a report out recently that had the total of scams and frauds in crypto at just over $1 billion. That was by the Federal Trade Commission. And interestingly, they said that the majority were done through social engineering on social media rather than it being flaws in cryptography or cryptocurrency as a whole. Is that what... I know your ones are a little bit tongue-in-cheek there, Tone, but in terms of scams and frauds in the industry, do you see social engineering and social media continuing to play a big part in these?
I really do, and it's all about that. On my news show back in the day, we used to refer to this as proof of news. You have proof of work, you have the proof of stake, you have proof of news. As long as you maintain, a high amount of energy usage in your proof of news, your project can stay relevant. And once it can't, it will always go down in price because very few of these projects have an underlying utility. Like Binance, for example, is keeping their token alive because people are using their exchange. So it's very, very rare that you build something that actually continues to prop up the value of the token because there are real users of that project. 99.9% of these tokens have no actual real utility. Now, in the case of Binance, for example, that utility is somewhat fake because the token is not actually needed for set utility. The world has managed to have exchanges for 300 years without a token. Even the first half of lifespan of crypto exchanges did not have a token, but yet Binance needs a token. So that's why I'm not a fan of most of these tokens. But yeah, this is going to keep happening. The US is the global regulator that does not appear to be able to regulate this space at all. Gary Gensler probably doesn't have the funding. I used to run a law show. These lawyers kept saying that the hammer is going to come down. The hammer is going to come down. No, it's not. And if the SEC loses the Ripple case, then everything is basically legal.
But what else do you think, in terms of all the scams that are out there for crypto, what are some other types of scams and what kind of advice can you give people that are new to keep them safe?
Just be very careful with very charismatic leaders. And in general, look, I don't have a problem with trading. Like, trade anything. When I was a trader before Bitcoin existed, I knew people that traded penny stocks. And there's nothing wrong with trading penny stocks, but they're not exactly the best companies in the world, but they do go up, hundreds of percent.
Yeah, they go up, they go down.
In a matter of days, weeks. There's nothing wrong with trading that, but I never saw people talk about these companies that trade at 3 pennies saying, hey, this is the next Google. That never happened. But with today's social media, that is happening. So just understand the difference between a real investment and a trade. And it's when people start promoting these companies with tokens that they actually know nothing about. It just gets kind of scammy. Trade it, go for it, make some Bitcoin, make some dollars, make some gold. Whatever you want to save in is up to you. But it's once you start promoting this stuff because you're holding that token, that's when the problem comes in. And most people that are scamming other people, they don't even realize that they're scamming other people. They just want to promote a token that they're holding. So I just want people to be more careful. And there's nothing wrong with trying to make money. It's the promotion that you do to help you get there.
A famous example in the last year was the Squid Game token, which was on the back of the Netflix hit series. I think this got hyped up. I actually think you couldn't even sell the token after you bought it, which was the crazy thing. But Tone, again, with stuff like this, do you see it, and what advice can you give to people, and what things to look at to help them stay safe?
Sure. Squid Game actually won Rug Pull of the Year. That wasn't even close in our Scammy Award category. But in general, you have to be prepared for any of these tokens to eventually be a rug pull, because they are all centralized and some developer probably has a backdoor. Is it likely to happen in Ethereum? No, because Vitalik has been a somewhat, ethical, honest guy from the beginning. He just built something he probably should not have built. But you have to be ready for it across the board. Just like you want to stay away from charismatic people building a token, you want to stay away from charismatic names of tokens, like the Shiba Inu token, just to play off the Dogecoin token, which was a joke initially and died. The Dogecoin actually died. It died about 5 or 6 years ago, which is why they merge mined it with Litecoin, because its mining failed. When the price of a token has mining and the price fails to a certain level, the mining just dies. This is probably what's going to happen to Bcash real soon, as it continues to fall against Bitcoin. And then Elon Musk revived it by just mentioning it, and then the Shiba Inu token played off of that. So it's still surprising that the Shiba Inu token has not been a rug pull. As long as you're ready for these things, as long as you only put in a little bit of money, and as long as you understand your end goal is to just make a quick buck and get out, there's nothing wrong with that. But once you start using those tokens as your avatars on Twitter, it's a very unethical thing to do, and I generally don't like engaging with those people.
Yeah, and I think to wrap this up, the best advice that we can give anybody is, if it seems too good to be true, it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep a lookout for more We Know Crypto videos with our guest, Tone Vays.